darlings. Good morning. Thanks for coming to learn and grow with me here today. This is one of my first lives alone. Usually I do them with Stephanie or other presenters, but I wanted to come on and do a little bit of an unboxing with you on Adobe's Project Aqua. So, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Melissa Kincaid, and I am a technology trainer and administrator for Cincinnati Public Schools. I absolutely love all things EdTech, all things creativity, all things academic. I am kind of a beautiful mixture of all these things that are normally taught separately, like academics and creativity and arts and technology, but all of them live in my body in equal measure. So, I love to look into different EdTech tools and particularly look at their implications for creativity and engagement in student learning. So I wanted to start doing unboxing videos because I love unboxing videos online, y'all. I love when someone orders something from a site that I have never heard of or seen before, and they show me how it looks and how it works and whether or not it fits before I have to buy it. So I wanted to do that same thing for EdTech projects because it's part of my job. I get to look into different products that may be a good fit for our classrooms and see whether or not I want to recommend those for teachers. I get to collaborate with teachers and see what they think and get their feedback. So I wanted to kind of bring that same skill set here online to learn with people outside of our district. So today we are looking at Project Aqua, which is an Adobe product, which is geared towards our little learners. So it is, I believe it's ages 5 to 12 that it is marketed for, and it is a design and creativity app. So I have not been inside of Project Aqua yet because this is an unboxing video. And so we get to learn together. I love all things Adobe because, like I said, I'm a creative nerd, but I also am not a primary teacher. So I am going to be looking at it to see how it would impact some of our youngest learners. And then after I can look at it a little bit, I'll come back maybe in a week or so because I then want to go to some of our teachers and see what they think about the project as well, because they are primary teachers. So to get to Project Aqua, you just go to aqua.adobe.com, which is pretty similar to how do you get to any of their products, right? Firefly.adobe, Photoshop.adobe. So this is Project Aqua. And looking at it at the initial screen here, I'm going to press Start Drawing because if I'm not mistaken, I think the app is only available currently on iOS, and I am riding with Android till I die. Oh, that looks fun. I can't wait to play around with that. So I'm just going to scroll down a little bit, see what's going on. Bloop and Blob Bay. I definitely got to play around with that. Built to nurture creativity. So I love this idea, by the way, to have a creativity software that is specifically towards our younger learners. So a little bit about me. I was always that creative nerd person who absolutely loved Adobe products but couldn't afford them when I was younger. So now I'm obsessed with Adobe Express because it's free for educators. And so the idea that we could have digital creativity tools that are geared towards the youngest of our learners, I'm really super excited about because I intend when I have children to be having them creative because it just feeds my soul, and I know it'll feed their soul too. So, okay, we got some testimonials. Oh, look at that. So I'm loving these projects that they're showing so far. It makes me really excited to dig in. So let's just go ahead and do just that. So I'm going to click Start Drawing. And I'm going to see what's going on here. So I, by the way, I laugh that I am a creative but not an artist. And I know that sounds a little bit funny, but let me explain. I love creating things, doing things, having fun, learning new things. That's me. But I don't consider myself to be an artist because I can't draw. I can move, but I'm not a necessarily good dancer. I love to dance. I cannot sculpt anything. I can take pictures and make videos, but I wouldn't consider myself a cinematographer or videographer or anything like that. So I love tools like this where I can just play. So we have a free draw. We have a famous art, which I'm probably about to kill. I'm sorry if I destroy a famous work of art there. Education, I'm really looking to get into, especially since these all look like handwriting tasks. And I'm going to already say it. If you know me, you knew it was coming. I would love to see some early numeracy involved in these education templates here. Superheroes, okay, animal, fashion, food. All right, and then we can get more coloring pages. If you have an iPad or iOS, it's okay. We're gonna get there. All right, so let's start with free draw because it's right here at the top. Things look pretty simple, which I like. I'm gonna assume that this is changing the size of my brush. And these are colors. I'm going to take that too. And then these are different tools. But let's check them out. So I'm going to start here. I wish that when I pointed to it, it would tell me, but it is meant for little learners. So it could just be that they are, I'm going to write my name. Is there an undo button? Yes. I can understand not having text too much because it is for smaller learners, but if it's ages 5 to 12, the older kids in that range would be able to read. So it would be nice to know the difference between those, even though it does look good. Okay, so there's I'm taking it as a crayon. That's just my pencil. I'm going to change the color. Does that give me more colors? Lots of colors. I love it. This is going to give me more colors. Let me just go with purple. I just want to see the differences here. Let's draw a star. Okay, so that looks a little bit similar to that crayon as well. I am really I'm going to take it that fills it up. Let me try. Oh no, I need a different color if it's going to fill it. I love that. So as the resident mathematician, I love that bucket because that means that I can draw a shape and fill it, or I can draw a picture of like a person and fill them, which by the way, I did notice. I love that this whole bottom ring here looks like skin tones. So if I was to draw a picture, which I cannot draw a picture, we'll wait to get to a coloring page for that. And I can actually make them my skin tone, which I'm kind of obsessed with that. I hope that's how that works. And then I'm taking it a eraser. Perfect. So one thing that I do wish, one little feedback here, I do wish that eraser had an option to erase freehand or to erase an entire object. So sometimes we'll have kids that will draw like a square over here and a circle over here and this in the bottom and a sun up top and a flower and blah, blah, blah. And they just want to get rid of the flower. It would be nice to be able to do that with one click. It doesn't look like it can do that now, but hey, you never know. For the future. Okay, so this is the free draw. I want to look into, there we go. Let's go back to perfect. So I'm going to look into some of these templates here because I can't really free draw. Well, let's change that. I am not a confident free draw artist. So I'm going to look at some of the templates here. So let's look at superheroes. I love that we have some girl superheroes and some guys. I love the girl superheroes. So let me try one that looks simple. There we go. We'll try this one. Oh, wait a minute. What am I doing wrong? Am I supposed to click on it? Maybe. Okay, wait a minute. I am doing something incorrectly. I assumed that I would just click on it, but it does not look like that's the case. Oh, that one worked. Okay, let me go back. Try that one more time. Okay, that superhero didn't work for me, but the other one did. I'm not really sure why that one didn't click, but figure it out. Okay, so we are going to make her into a superhero. I actually really liked on the home page how it had some of the 3D pictures. I'm not sure how to get to that, but I'm going to keep playing around. So I am going to take it that here, I am going to use my bucket because I know that one fills. See if I'm doing this right. I like it. I like it. Okay, a couple of things that I'm thinking so far. It would be nice to be able to easily zoom this up. I taking it that I probably can just, oh no, I can't just zoom my screen. That does not work. Oh, there we go. But then that makes my tools really small. So it may be that this is meant to be on an iPad, that it is, and I'm not on an iPad. I'm just on my laptop. So maybe that would make it a little bit easier to make the actual picture bigger if I can scale it up or back. Oh, there we go. I can pinch it. That's not what I want. I don't want to go back to the whole side. I didn't mean to color that all in the same color. Okay, I'm pressing back. There we go. So it's not easy if I pinch it. There we go. Perfect. I just wanted to get it a little bit bigger because that would make my life easier. There we go. Perfect. Easy, a little bit easier for me to color. And I'm going to keep on my bucket because I love this coloring page. So Adobe, my math brain has some ideas. Color by number would be perfect for this, for our younger learners. If we could get some color by number pages here, that would make like my whole life. Okay, so I'm going to go back. I'm going to go back to the beginning because I don't want this video to be too long. I'm just playing around, kind of seeing what we can do. So yeah, so I would love like color by number to be right there. Okay, I'm being selfish with my math ask, but I think that would be a really good idea. And we could have some number recognition where they're coloring by number. And then we can also have like numbers and words because that is a little bit more difficult because the kids are early readers. And so that's a different skill set for them. But then we can also have like basic facts, right? So I could have 5 plus 3, and then you would have to know that that's 8 in order to color it, whatever color 8 is. So color by number needs to be a thing. Okay, so I think that that's just about it for now. Like I said before, if I'm going back to just so if I'm going back here, I don't know how to get this. So I don't know if this is just because, like I said, I'm on a laptop and I don't have the full app, but I love these ideas. I love the 3D. I love being able to create like different things with AI, like this whole studio thing that's going on here. I wish that I had access to that. And I think that I just don't because I'm not on an iPad. But if anyone from the Adobe team sees this and I'm just wrong in that, then I do apologize. Actually, let me just click get the app because I'm assuming that it is only iOS, but I could be wrong. I could be totally wrong, y'all. So let me see. If I see nope, maybe I'm not wrong. Nope, I don't want to share. Yeah, I don't think that I'm wrong in that. I think you can only get it on an iOS device. But it's okay. So my initial thoughts here is I would love to be able to do that. I am obsessed with what it looks like this app can do. If I had an iPad at all, I would love to play around with a little bit more. I just do not own an iOS device. But I'm really excited with some of the things that it can do. I'm really excited with being able to have a creative tool that is geared towards younger learners. It seems very simple in what it can do, which I like. Oh, sorry, I don't think I'm sharing the right tab. This was the app screen here when I pressed to open the app. So look at all these cool things that it can do and be able to turn like basic drawings into 3D images into like that stuff's really fun. That is very fun. And hopefully that's coming to non-iOS devices. Hopefully that's coming to Android devices. But I could just be incorrectly seeing that as well. But it does seem very limited into what I can access here on my laptop. I am very limited to just a free draw or to annotating on top of some of these standards. But I can kind of look into some of these. No, that still says download from the App Store. So I think I'm just limited as an Android user, but it's okay. But if you have an iOS device and you play around with it, please do share in the comments how it worked. Show me how those advanced features looks. And hey, if I can find someone with an iPad and I can play around with it, then I'll definitely make another unboxing video and let you know, because it does seem like it can do some really cool stuff on the app that I want to play around with. But thank you so much for coming and unboxing Adobe Aqua with me. Final notes, would love some color by number, would love some early numeracy if it is an educational app. And I'd love to see these come to Android devices. Selfish ask, I know, but that's my take. So thanks for coming and looking at Project Aqua and learning and growing with me. And I'll see you next time. Have a great day.